the cable guy, and I had them come. No, it's interesting. You hear so much about this cable thing. I turn it on. No, I turned it on the other night, about 11 o'clock at night.
Is this your first experience with
cable?
First
real experience with it. And they're talking about drugs, and they're talking about sex, and I'm saying, boy, this Playboy channel is really risque. And then I realized it's the PTL Club.
Oh yes.
God. One of those odd things, huh? But I tell you, I thought they handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
I think Jim Baker handled it. Yeah, I think he handled it the way most honorable gentlemen would handle it when caught in a compromising situation with a young lady. He publicly called her a prostitute. I think that's what any decent man would do when caught with a prostitute. She's a pro. Yeah, I think that's the way to handle it.
Yeah. What else is going on? You working hard, traveling? You still working a lot of colleges?
Just did 31 in a row. Did you know? 31
college dates in a row?
Not some of them were college dates, but last week on college campuses across America, it was National Condom Week. Did you know that? Boy. There's a parade you don't want to miss, huh? Have you seen any of the ads that they've been running?
No, I must say, I guess I haven't.
You know, they run them in the local stations in L.A., and this is the actual condom ad. I'm not making this up. The ad begins, they show a beautiful sunrise, then they show fields of grain blowing this way, fields of grain blowing that way. Then they show the surf rolling in, the surf rolling out, and that's the whole condom ad. You know, I mean, all my life they've used sex to sell everything. Paint, power tools, hamburgers. Here's a commercial about sex to make it look like a laxative ad, you know? You know, get the girl with the big boobs, take her off the paint can, put her in the bed, let's see how this product works.
Let's see how the product works.
Let's see how the product works.
Yeah. You know, you got some grease collecting there.
Fabulous.
Is this true that you went to the White House, or actually you're going to the White House, but by the time this is on,
by the time this airs,
you will have been to the White House?
Would have been. And you've been to the
Some
White House.
kind of a subpoena or what?
No,
what is this?
no. I'm doing the press corps dinner. Now you've done the White House, haven't you?
No.
Oh. I just assumed.
No.
Actually, my mother wanted me to speak to Nancy Reagan. It was kind of interesting. My mother's always been kind of a Reagan supporter, but you know, my mother called the other day. She's against this campaign Nancy Reagan has with kids where they should say no to drugs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Actually, my mother feels the campaign should be say no thank you to drugs. You see, this way the kids can learn a little bit more about you know,
manners.
About manners and
manners
things.
and courtesy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. How are your folks?
My folks are doing good, actually. This time of year, my mother worries a lot around tax time and all this kind of... You know, she still thinks the IRS is going to find out about that summer I mowed lawns, you know. So it gets a little good. But, you know, my mother and I are finally at the point now where we have these discussions where most people had in the 60s, you know. It's like, I've been married 7 years, and my mother now has just accepted the fact that my wife and I live together.
All right.
Before we were married. But what do you call people you live with? I mean, what is the term? What do you... This is on...
what do you call people you live with?
Yeah, if you're at a party, you introduce them. What do you say? I mean...
a whack?
A whack is good, yeah. Well, you get... Here in New York, you get very dramatic, you know. You get like, hi, I'm Betty. This is my lover, Carl. Oh, shut up, my lover. Why don't you just lie down and do it for us right now? Lover. Or friend. You ever get that? This is my friend, Nancy. You know, like we're Quakers now.
Yeah.
But you know the same thing? My mother would never actually object. She would never say she minded my wife and I living together. She would just drop those kind of mom hints all the time. You know, we go over there for dinner, and it would just be, you know, you pass the milk, Mom, you don't buy the cow, and you get the milk for free. What, Mom? I said no. You pass the bread, Mom, what's another slice off the loaf? What, Mom? Nothing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, have you seen him recently?
I have seen him recently. I was just home about 2.5 weeks ago. I went, you know, my mother comes from that generation of moms. She's so honest, you know, she's so afraid, like the thing with the IRS. And like, I was home, and my mom and I are sitting up late. We're talking one night. My dad goes to bed. My mother says, oh, I saw this blouse at the store, but it was $90. Your father said it was too much. So I said, look, Ma, here's $100. Go buy it. You know, she goes, oh, I can't take money from you. Your father will get all upset. I said, just take the $100. Oh, no, I can't. If your father finds out. I said, he's not going to find out. Just take the $100 and go. Just don't tell Dad. Just don't tell Dad. She goes, well, I cannot tell your father. Just don't tell him. I won't tell him. So next night, I'm sitting at breakfast with my dad, you know. My father's, what the hell's the matter with your mother? She's all upset. She was pacing the floor all night. I said, I don't know. So my mother comes in, and she's got the coffee like this. This is absolutely true. She comes in, she's pouring my father's coffee. My father says, what are you going to do today, honey? You going to do some shopping? She throws it across the floor.
It's tough.
Yeah, like she pulled the Brinks job.
All right, you want to pass out the pizza to those folks. We'll do a commercial while Jay's expensive to buy. We'll be right back. Very nice of you to share the pizza.
Oh, David.
Very thoughtful.
All our little friends at home.
What are you going to do this summer?
Oh, well. Now the holidays are long gone. I guess we can pretty much forget about feeding the hungry and the homeless for a while, huh? Well, that's what we do, isn't it? Huh? I mean, rather than work out a program where we feed people on a regular basis, we just stuff them biannually. You know? I mean, it's true. The idea being if you ram enough food down their gullet at Thanksgiving and Christmas, hopefully they won't bother you for a sandwich in mid-July. But that is the way it works. I saw something, you know, it's amazing how bad food has gone. I saw an ad. One of the fast food chains is advertising something called French toast sticks. This is bread that's been rebreaded and dipped in oil. And of course, all the fast food chains have some sort of a chicken dish now.
Yeah.
They have, why are they selling chicken?
Why are they selling that chicken,
Well,
Jay?
because it's more nutritious, it's more healthful. The fact that it's deep fried and rolled in beef fat doesn't seem to hurt. Beef fat, beef fat, beef fat. You know the odd part? You can't, if you're a normal person on a normal salary, you can't eat a meal without being humiliated. You know, if you've got money to sit in a quiet restaurant in Beverly Hills or even New York, but now everything is like these theme places.
Yeah.
Like you have, Roy Rogers, Weston Sizzlin', Bonanza, Ponderosa. You know these kind of places where before you even sit down, the help is required to come over and recite some sort of prepared text that they've been given by the management.
Right.
Howdy, partner. Are you hankering some mighty good fixins at the Salad Gulch? Shut up, you little weasel. Get out of the way.
The Salad Gulch.
The Salad Gulch. I just want something to eat. Why do I have to pretend I'm in Dodge City? You know?
Is that where you normally eat most of your meals? Places
Yes, it
like
is.
that?
Yes, it is.
Well, I guess we have proof of that here tonight, don't we?
Right here.
What's eating at you, Jay? What's
needling me?
chewing at your craw? What do you want to get off your chest?
What do I want to get off my chest? You know,
Oh, say it.
you watch TV.
Oh, say it. Say it.
Well, I'm saying it
No,
now.
no, say it. What's my...
What's my beef? What's
yeah,
needling me?
Yeah.
Well, normally I don't usually say it, but I
Yes,
guess
you
it'll
do.
be okay.
You always say it.
All right, I'll
You
say
always
it
say,
again.
what's my beef?
What's my beef?
Yeah.
What's needling me? What's riding me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's needling me. What's riding me. I watch TV and all ads, everything, society becomes very self-centered now. I saw this ad for some woman's product. Apparently women are not getting enough calcium. Do you know about this now? You know, the fact they'd lived through the Paleolithic era and they've had a number of world wars, suddenly now they're not getting enough calcium. Yeah. Anyway, they show this ad, and it's not the product, it's just what happens in the ad. You've seen this? They show this rather yuppie-looking woman riding on a train. And this old lady gets on the train. She's like 90. She's all bent over, presumably from lack of calcium. I mean, the fact that she had 9 children and worked as a scrub woman for 45 years seemed to play any part in it. And she just, how to get on the train, she's like this. And the younger one, rather than even reach over to help her, just looks at her like, kill it! Kill it! She got that look on her. And the same thing with that contact lens one. Have you seen the guy driving the Porsche? These eyes, you hear these eyes playing, and the guy's going 90 miles an hour down a windy road in a Porsche, and he's watching his own eyes in the rearview mirror. Boy, death takes a holiday, boy. And of course, you get the people that, a lot of times you take a product that's basically sound, and they just overstate the case. You know, this is the actual ad. The guy comes out, he says, Preparation H shrinks hemorrhoids. Now, granted, from here to here may be an improvement. But you're still not going to win any dance contest tonight. I'll tell you something. I don't want to meet this guy.
Oh, God.
You talk about Mr. Irritable.
Mr. Irritable?
You don't want to be the druggist when this guy comes in.
No, I don't. I would guess not. Okay, we got anything to plug here? Anything to mention?
I'm off doing my movie.
You're starting your movie. When do you have a title we can refer to it with?
The movie's called Collision Course. It's
Collision
myself and
Course.
Pat Morita.
Jay Leno and Pat Morita.
Yeah.
Good luck, Jay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
We got a slice left.
No, that's all right. I ate earlier. Nice
All
to
right.
see you. Jay Leno, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.